All right, guys. I hope you are well. So, first of all, thanks for joining. If you're watching on my personal page, welcome. If you're watching on the new Aspire group page as well, that if you've joined that, then feel free to comment, feel free to like it, share it, because hopefully we're going to give you some massive value. So, this is my good old friend Tremaine Walters. How are you, my friend?
Not too bad, man. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm very well, mate. I'm very well. Thanks for coming on, first of all, mate. Because we had a talk a couple of days ago, right? You messaged me, and next thing we're talking again. It's been a while, right? It's been a while, a long overdue talk.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, we're on a live. We're talking about hopefully some valuable stuff. We're going to talk a bit about our businesses. Hopefully, give you guys watching some value in terms of mindset, like what it takes to run a business. Tremaine's got a really, really good business model. We grew up together, but obviously went apart through life ultimately. But this is the greatness of social media and business.
We are the Berridge bunch.
The Berridge bunch. If you know, you know, guys. If you know, you know.
But Berridge bunch, we come from the same area. We was brought up with the same philosophy, but obviously our lives were completely different. You know what I mean? We went through what we went through growing up at home, interacting with others. But when it came to the Berridge bunch in junior school, when we was from the ages of 6, 7 to 10, 11.
Yeah.
Wow.
Some good times growing up playing football. And you took it to the next stage. You took it to the next level in more ways than one, personally, and then now with your business. So where did you come from? Let's get into it. So we all play football. Yeah, I believed I was good. You believe you was good. You went on to do some good things as well as you, Kishio, brother. So yeah, talk about, before we go to where you're at in your business right now, where did it start?
Where it started with me is the fact that I couldn't stay up late on a Saturday to watch Match of the Day. Myself, my younger brother and sister would get sent to bed, where my older brother Kashi could stay up late. So then I went to my dad and I was like, Daddy, will you teach me how to play? And he was like, yeah, of course, because he played football as well. So every day for how many weeks, months, we went out on the field. Doesn't matter what the weather was like. And he showed me X, Y, and Z. And I excelled very quickly. Where when we was in the school team, I was a year below you guys. You know what I mean? And myself, another good time friend, then we was the rock of the defence with you. That was our triangle. So obviously we joined Carrington together. We was at Carrington together.
Yeah.
Then from Carrington I moved to Colts, a year above, because I never played my own age. From West Bishop Colts, I had the opportunity to join Nottingham Forest, Notts County, Coventry City, Birmingham City, Derby County. I go to Forest, which an experience that I would never regret, never, because I got to travel England playing against all different academies, and I also went abroad to represent Forest in Ireland, in, where was the other one? France, Le Havre. So we went to Le Havre.
Then so you've done it. Your credentials are there growing up, and I remember obviously we was all ballers, right? But obviously people have got talents, and as much as people want to say they're good, actions speak louder than words, and you took it to certain levels, right?
Well, I was devoted, and committed.
I think that's the difference. Yeah.
And I loved it. Like in my wardrobe, I had stickers of footballers. You know what I mean? When it was time to go to Forest, I was ready the night before. You know, my kit was all presented, folded up, socks, shorts, drill top, tape. Tape.
Gotta have the tape, on the ankles.
See these boots nowadays, you don't have dubbing. We had dubbing, black boots, because we didn't wear red, pink, purple. Nah, none of that. It was black boots. And if you wore coloured boots back then, you had to have something about you. Because you know that defender, who do you think you are? Smash. Smash. You got to try to that.
And what made me laugh back then is the people who wore the pink boots and that, there was always crap. Probably
I came up against many, because back then a lot of us could play anyway. You wasn't in a certain team or a certain environment, you couldn't play. You just wasn't allowed to play. You know, when you were at school, and it was critical, and it was direct back then. If you wasn't good enough, you getting picked last.
Yeah.
There's none of this. It was like we wanted to win. And to win, we obviously wanted the best of the best. Like, you start off with the person that you think, you know what, if they're on my team, we can excel and go on to win. So back then, if you did wear coloured boots, you had to have something about you. Even the standard Joe Blocks had something about them. They could control or pass or move, or they would communicate in a way. There was more togetherness back then. Yeah. Maybe now with the next generation, I feel like things are a lot different. People would rather look good and lose than be yourself and win. And when I say win, it doesn't mean by scoreline. It means like within yourself, not getting upset, learning how things can be done better, not badly, not poorly, not how they can be done better, because it's a learning curve. And that, with the football that I do now, that stems off through the kids that I teach and the coaches teach into their life skills. Yeah. Because football, this is bigger than football. For me, football gives you many different life skills, social skills, emotional skills, growth skills, because you're growing and your body's changing. So when it came to Forest with me, I got released. And when I got released, what it did to me emotionally, mentally, physically, it destroyed me. Definitely.
I went especially at a young age as well. Do you know what I mean? I was 14, so with that, then obviously we know that you had some serious role model in your life, right? Your dad, right? He was like looked at like the main role model. So you had that support, right? And you still do, no doubt. So that kind of mindset, how do you get from where that is to being crushed, devastated, to then going into your new business venture? So as a life coach, as a personal development coach, is what I am, as well as in property. I find it super important, because I believe that these trial times that you've gone through, that people go through, are integral to go into the next stage. And our product where we are is based on decisions. So you would have had to make certain decisions to be where you are now. So tell a bit about the mindset of how to change. It's been years, right? But there's still been a change and a shift.
You know what? It's life. It's maturing with life. And don't get me wrong, there are still times where I will hit a challenge and I will stall, because the way I will look at it at the time, because I can be impulsive as well, the way I'll look at it is just reaction. Now, for me, individual, it's more now, instead of reaction, can I just listen and hear, take it in, absorb, take it away, and then look how I can do things better. So my mindset is literally, I wake up at 6 o'clock every day. There's not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's just day. As soon as I wake up, my routine is open the blinds, maybe put on a song, and let's do the best that I can do. If I see a homeless person, I don't give a homeless person a bit of change or buy them food to think, you know what? Yeah, I did that. I will do that, because you know what? That could one day be me. It could be me. Who knows what's around the corner?
You never know.
Yeah, you never know. My satisfaction and completing me as a person and my soul and my aura and my energy is, how can I give back? How can I give back to children in not even just children, people in certain deprived areas, where they can then believe, you know what I'm going through right now is not what I'm going to go through maybe next week, maybe in a month's time, because life's always changing. Next generation's coming through. We're aging. The older generation are now going to the stars. You know what I mean? Things are happening. This is what myself and my team that I work with, this is what we're looking to do in 2022. So it's pure focus. Don't get me wrong. I need a break, but I can't have a break, because I've got this voice in my head saying to me, you know what? You can do this. You can do this. You will do this. You can do this. It's going to be challenging. You're going to do this. That's all there is. Like literally, from when I wake up, and I only sleep for about maybe 3 hours, 4 hours. Then I'm up. Yeah, I don't sleep like that. And I will dream the dreams, or nightmare. And it's just like, I wake up to beautiful boys. Yeah. Beautiful family.
And that's what it's about. Having that focus there, and you've got that. You've clearly got that focus and that is super important to, in my opinion, be any form of success in business or in life. You've got to have that clarity and focus to then take the steps to be able to make it happen. So, before I forget then, so, I mean, you've done counselling as well. You used to do counselling. So you've got that kind of qualification. You've got the qualification through experience with professional football teams. So you've collated all this data, all this experience, and then now, what do you do right now then? So talk a bit about your business right now and what the moves are making.
With the football coaching side of things, the football business, it's self-sufficient. It whatever comes in goes back into the children. Like, I don't need thousands or millions of pounds. I don't, because look where we're coming from, Sean. You know what I mean? Look where we're coming from. We're coming from, as they would say, the ghetto, the hood. You know, the ones that are all put in an area. Let's see what happens. And
yeah, it really is that as well. Yeah. It really is.
I don't live in High Green anymore. And when I drive past it, I have many memories, but it's definitely not the same. So how I look at it is, how can I give back? How can I give back through the football coaching side of things? And it's something that I'm skilled at. Yeah. But also our charity being formed, which is called Together Everyone Achieves More. Now, if you take every first letter from each word, it spells team. Because me as an individual, I can get so far. I can achieve and I can accomplish, and I've really been good at that. But now to have a team of like-minded people in place, and there's a system and a pattern and a sort of language that you talk, and see 2020, I'm excited. No matter if COVID hits and we get locked up or something so happens, I'm excited because I must have that energy about me because I'm guiding this.
Yeah. So you've got your charity being formed. You've got you're a coach now, right? So you coach young kids in Nottingham.
I'm a coach in the evening. During the daytime, I work within a school setting. I do behavior, SEN. That is one of my skills as well. So when parents are saying, "Oh, you know, my child has ADHD or da 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 da," I'm just looking like, I want to speak to your child.
Yeah,
because I know it's when I first have that meeting with your child, that interaction is pivotal. A child is very clever and they have sensors and they get vibes of the energy of the people that they're talking to. If you're coming at them in the wrong way, you've lost them already. I don't come at children. I don't come at people like that because it's not about losing people that can help you learn a bit more. I'm not saying, hey, you have to be by my side and we go through life journeys together. No, you're a part of my journey. But while you're on this journey with me, let's see what I can learn from you and I'll teach you what I know. And then when you depart, you go your own way and I wish you all the best. Definitely.
Yeah.
So when it's charity, hopefully we can, not hopefully, well, I've got to say hopefully actually, hopefully when we gain access to funding, then we can venture out into certain areas within Nottingham to try and help these children and help these families and give them that hope. Like I say, my greatest role model is my dad, by far. Me and my dad, we've showed me, he's spoke to me, he's taught me, he's done all sorts.
How important do you think, sorry to butt in, Tremaine, how important do you think it is for young people to have that role model? And it's easy to say it's super important, but more so why in terms of not having one, the difference between having one and not having one. What do you reckon that is? Because you've had a super role model growing up, so and you are where you are today.
That's an awesome question, you know, Sean, because I do believe that there are children out there that don't have a role model and they can still do it. They can still make it. It's just a path. Now, when you have that role model, that's someone who is installing in you and investing in you and believing in you, even as you grow, it's installed in you, in there and in there. Damn, you know what? My girlfriend dumped me. But everything's going to be all right. Broken you are, wounded and gutted because, you know what, it's like when you're young and your girlfriend dumps shit. It's not nice, but damn, you know what? In the long run, as time goes on, I've got to restructure myself. But when it comes to my dad was there. If my dad wasn't there, it would have been a different ball game. I wouldn't be here now. No way. I'd either, this is the truth, I'd be in prison, I'd be dead. They're the two outcomes if my dad wasn't there. My mum was also
in the area we was brought up in, they're kind of like the main outcomes if you don't have the right people around you, right? Then that's it makes the probability a lot better if you do have the right people. So it links directly to like what I do at All Aspire, personal development coaching, mentoring. It doesn't necessarily have a role model, for example. It doesn't have to be a family member. It's great if it is, because you get them from young. But if you're growing up and you need someone to be accountable to help you with your goals, help you strive to get to where you want to be, I believe from what you're saying, it's super imperative to be around the right people and have the right people around you, because you can have the wrong people around you feeding you the wrong things. And
what do they say?
That.
Bad teacher, bad student.
Correct. Yeah, pretty much.
Standard. You watch a Karate Kid, Cobra Kai, or that dojo. Bad teacher. Look at the students. Mr. Miyagi, get me, wax on, wax off.
Yeah.
What teacher? Dan LaRusso is fighting skills, you know what I mean? But you know what? But it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's going to become.
It's what's up here, right? It's what's up here and what's said.
I have people in my ear saying all sorts. It's for me to digest whether I want to digest what they're saying and take it on board. If I believe someone has not got my best interest, why am I going? It's not that I'm going to disrespect you and not listen, because people have an opinion and that's valid. Yeah. Whether I take it on board now and put it into action, that's a different story.
That's on you then. It becomes on you, right?
Yeah. When you spoke about having a role model and you said probability, chance, luck, or even creating your own path, making your own luck, going for it and driving for it. And when things don't go your way, how resilient you have to be. Everybody, every single person must have some form of resilience, because if your resilience dissolves, disintegrates and fades away, that leads to your depression, can lead to your fall. And when you fall, when I don't mean die, I mean when you fall and you're on your knees and you're struggling and the four walls are closing in and it's the dark path, you might not get back up again. Why I charity, because I was speaking to my mum, and my mum was on about her friend's son. He committed suicide, and he was 19. Now look at, when I was 19, what was I doing? I was living. And this young man, like millions of others, not just young, but of age, four walls closing and they can't get out. They lose their voice to talk and express and be emotional. Me, I'm not going to lie, I will cry over films. I got COVID, Sean. Yeah, I got COVID. And we'll get back to the charity as well. I got COVID and I had to isolate. When I'm isolating, I'm perfectly well like I am now. So I put on a couple of teaching films, through martial arts films, and I'm there. And I said to myself, the day I step out of isolation, I'm going to go for it. Yeah. And I don't want to, I'm not doing it in a way to upset people or irritate people, because I may not have an understanding in a certain area, which I'm more than happy to gain. But I must try and do the best that I can. So when it comes to the charity, we want to make sure that people are heard. People know that they have a place to go to. We want the next generation to have a place. Look how many community centres we had back in the day. Boys Club.
Yeah.
We would run in and climb on the roof and jump in there, and we was on that because that was our place. And when it was open, we'll go there, play table tennis and Backstreet Boys dance. Everybody was on that vibe. We had somewhere to go. These children and these young adults, where do they have to go?
Yeah. There's been a massive difference. So with the charity then, so what's the goal? You want to bring people in, you want to talk about the goal of the charity, when it is, what events you've got on.
To access children in areas that they can't get to us or they can't financially afford to get. We want to be able to outreach and get to them and provide a service of quality, truth, fact, but also have your own mind, question, ask. Because if I don't know, I'm going to turn around to you and say, man, I don't know. I might know. I'm not going to try and blag it and say, blah, 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 blah. No. I don't know that, What do you know about that? Tell me about that. You talk to me. know what I mean? I do assemblies at the school that I'm at, and I'm not going to wait there at the end and ask children to applaud me. I think, stop, don't do that. Don't applaud me. I'm going to applaud you. I'm not the teacher here. You're the next generation. You are the teachers. I'm the student, because my aim is to grow you guys to be together, because together everyone achieves more.
Yeah.
Separate, not going to function. It doesn't work. There's always going to be someone pulling left and someone pulling right. So the charity, I can't, you know what, Sean, it's hard to explain because it's a feeling that I can't get it out of me. It's an emotion, mindset. And
it's shown over time, right? It will be shown over time through your business pages, through your personal posts. It'll be shown over time because some things can't be explained in a minute, and I get that. So, you know, what's kind of strength, before going to like where to find you, we'll get into all that for people watching. I know that you've shared it, so you've got your people watching you who already been watching you, but we'll still do that. But what kind of, last question I've got anyway, just because I'm thinking in my head that we said before that this is just going to be free flow, didn't we? And it's flowed really well. So based on where you're at, based on what you've done, who you've been around, what kind of strengths or what kind of characteristics would you say is needed to pursue your dreams? Because we spoke about this the other day. We could easily be working 9 to 5. We could go work for someone else, no problem. But there is a problem in that. You're not getting your dreams, right? And you're clearly passionate about what you're going after. So what kind of attributes do you have that you could, like, if someone's watching, I want to do that, I want to pursue my own thing, what key ingredients are they going to need?
All you need to know is, no matter how bad it is, no matter how challenging it becomes, always believe that you can make it.
Yeah.
At the age of 33 now, the age of 33, to rarely believe that.
Yeah.
With such a drive and a passion and a reassurance when I'm speaking to people, because that is what I'm for. When it comes to people, I don't see races or colors or cultures or religions. I see people. And then it's for me to interact with you to see what energy I get from you, what you're saying. Because when you're talking, I'm not just hearing you, I'm listening to you. I'm taking it in. And like I said before, then I digest and then I decide whether I take it on board. It's all about your life. This is your life we're talking about. We're never going to be here again. Never. So while you're here, you might as well go for it, because a lot of people are. They're just not telling you. I will tell you, go for it. If you're in a job and you're not happy, don't stay in the job and be unhappy. Think, hey, I'm good at this. I'm pretty skilled at certain things. Go for it. Yeah, I've got kids. I've got mortgage, or I've got rent. I've got bills. I don't want to be working Monday to Friday. I want to work Tuesday, Wednesday. Maybe if I feel like going in on the Friday, I'll go in and aim for that. But beyond that, always give back. Always.
Yeah.
Always. So
bang on answer, mate. Absolutely bang on. I mean, belief. If you don't, no one else, the thing is with belief, no one else is, unless you've got a dad or close role model, there's no one else that's going to believe in you for you. So you've got to do that yourself. And what I've noticed from talking to multiple people is they lack that attribute. So that's a bang on answer, mate. Really.
And this is it.
You guys find it valuable by hearing this, because you're living it, I'm living it. We both have those same characteristics. These are the things that I'm noticing what it takes, and you've hit the nail on the head, mate.
Just go in, innit?
So, we've had a good fire round, mate. It's been good. It's been good to catch up. Hopefully you guys watching find it valuable. Comment below, as always. Like it, share it if you have. You can follow me. You'll be watching on my side if you have it. You know, Tremaine, if you shared it, might be new to you guys. So follow me at All Aspire, the page, business page. Feel free to add me on Instagram as well, Sean Colley UK. And Tremaine, where can my people find you?
So we can be found now on Instagram. So that is Technical Teach Academy. We can be found on Facebook, which once again is Technical Teach Academy. We are getting ready to operate our website and also our Twitter, which will kick in 2022. But it'll be get to a stage where we want to make it accessible for people a lot easier to find us, because I've been very private. It's not something that I really want to. I didn't want to be out there, but it got to a stage. Things are growing now. They're evolving. I have to be here. I have to own this, and I'm going to own this. So
how did you feel? How did you feel that? Just a quick one. I know that we're going over, but you're making me want to ask you more questions, because I like picking the brain, because it might help others, right? So when it came to that point where you thought, because I was exactly the same, you know what I mean? We're private guys, but now we know that business needs to be online. It needs to be showcased so you can get traffic. So mentally, knowing that you had to start putting yourself out there more, what kind of challenges was they facing? Is it like for example, fear of being judged potentially, them kind of things? What did you feel, and then what did you do?
I don't really focus on on how people feel about me. What I focus on is how I feel about me, and that was a challenge, because I've been in situations and I've made moves and I've done things that I could have done better. So if I've done these things, I put my hand up and I have to own that. I'm not gonna lie, you know what I mean? I have to own it. And then once you understand that you're owning it, it sets you free from everything. No one can come to you and say this and that. You know what? You're valid to your opinion, but it mean nothing to me. You know what I mean? Because I've got core, I've got backbone, and I must hold that. And I've had all sorts. People coming at me, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And I'm saying, like, where I'm from, people don't say, they do. You know what I mean? They don't say, I'm going to come after you, or they just do. So I just want to share the love. You know what I mean? Share the positivity. And even though you're coming at me like that, I don't hate you. I don't despise you. I want what's best for you. Obviously, you're going through something. That's why you're saying what you're saying, or you're feeling the way you're feeling. That's cool. But being coming out of his shell and not being private, it was a battle within myself that I had to overcome. Definitely.
Yeah. I think it comes down to the belief thing again, right? If you can have all the external noise, all the people and it all comes down to, do you care and do you believe in yourself? If you do believe in yourself and you don't care what they say, then you just keep pressing forward. And that's what I've had to do. And that's clearly what you're doing.
Man, I haven't got time for that. I'm on a path. Like, you're on a path. And I have to keep walking it. I'm not going to run. I'm not going to spit. I'm just going to keep walking it. And I'll be swayed a bit. But I must stick to the path and keep going, keep moving. Swayed again. Oh, damn. Get back on it. Boom, 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 boom. And it's not a path that goes up, because I'm not trying to rise. I'm just trying to move forward. Not go back.
That's what it's all about.
No point taking 2 steps forward and 20 steps back. Just keep moving forward. Got that off one of them Disney. I went with my youth watching. Keep moving forward. And they're like that. Let's keep moving forward.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
People think I'm crazy. You know what I am? I'm crazy.
You always have to be a bit crazy. You always have to be a bit crazy, mate. If you're going to excel, if you're going to get what you want, it's not normal.
What is normal? We'll get into this another time, because I did mental health. My crazy is happy crazy. Want the best crazy. I know I'm nuts. I know I have different traits and personalities. I could be talking to you 1 minute, I could switch. Whoa, okay, serious. Then I could be joking, but this is me adapting and catering, maybe to you and even to myself, so we can get the best out of the situation. But always move forward, Sean. You know what time it is.
Mate. Well, we've hit the half an hour, bang on, mate. So again, appreciate you coming on, mate. Appreciate this. Been really, really good to see you again. So hopefully we can keep moving forward. I'll be definitely involved in the charity coming up. So follow the pages, guys, and always reach out if you have anything. But I'm sure we can catch up again in the next month or two. Check in, and hopefully it's been valuable. We've dropped some gems today, guys, in terms of belief, value, all kinds of stuff that are mental, what it takes at the end of the day. So I'll leave it at that. Tremaine, thank you very much for coming, my friend. And I'll speak to you soon.
Anytime. In a bit.